Hi everyone. So I thought I'd do the New Year's tag, even though we're almost done January and we're well into the new year. I just haven't made any videos. I was so afraid of the whole COPPA thing, but now it seems okay. Yes, I did delete all my videos, and no, I didn't have them backed up, but that's okay. I'm gonna have a fresh start. So, first things first, I have a question. I'm gonna put this doll here for a moment. Anybody know who he is? He is a porcelain doll. Porcelain with a cloth body. And it's artist. Let me see if I can get the artist's name on camera. Barbara. I don't even know. I don't know. But he is an Ashton Drake because he says Ashton Drake on him here on the leg. It's hard to get on camera. There we go. 1998 Ashton Drake Galleries. And if anyone knows who he is, please let me know. Usually I know my Ashton Drakes, at least the vintage ones, like the porcelain ones, because I've been collecting them for a long time, since the late 80s, early 90s. And I got him at Bayou Village the other day for $5. And I thought, I'll just come home and type the artist's name and Ashton Drake into Google, and it'll come up. And then I asked in the Let's ID Our Dolls group, and so far we haven't been able to identify him. People are like, oh, well, try this and try that, and we're finding all kinds of other Ashton Drake dolls from this same artist, but not him. So I'm stumped. If you know who he is, please let me know. So I'm going to try and not make this too long, because I do have some housework to do. I have a sore back, and my housework has just been put on the back burner. But it's still sore, but I think I can manage to do a few things. So the New Year's tag. What are your goals for the new year with your Reborn hobby? Well, my goal is to try to not... So I'm going to sit down on my bed if I can. Oh, my back is killing me. No, I gotta stand. Anyways, my goal is to maybe not be so impulsive with my buying. I don't regret buying any of my babies that I bought on impulse. But, I have so many now. I have, I think, 110, I think. Something like that. And that's just my reborns. And as some of you may know, I also collect porcelain dolls. I collect neonates and baby think-it-overs. I did have Lee Middletons, but I sold most of them, all but one. Well, I sold some and gave some away. The ones I gave away were to a nursing home for a program for people with Alzheimer's, because, they just haven't retained their monetary value. I think here in Canada they cost me like $200 back in the day, and they're not selling, and they were the ones with the like 1/4 limbs, and nobody's gonna want those, so I just gave them to the nursing home. And the lady that runs the program, my mom volunteers at the nursing home, and she let my mom know that the people that are in the Alzheimer's wing or whatever, I don't know what it's called, but they take time every day, and they have baby time. And she said it's so helpful for them. She said, like, some people, they get in a bad mood or whatever, you give them a doll, oh, okay, I'm not in a bad mood anymore. So that's good. So yeah, my goal is to kind of maybe not be so much of an impulse buyer. There are some I have a lot of newborn size, and I think I want to try and get, for the newer babies in my collection, I want 0 to 3 month and larger, but we'll see what happens. Now, are there new artists you want to add to your collection? As far as reborn sculptors, I don't really care who the artist is, whether they're a new artist or an old artist. It all depends on the sculpt. As for reborn artists, I'm trying not to offend people here, but I really don't pay attention to who the reborn artists are, because I buy most of my reborns on the secondary market, and a lot of times they don't have their paperwork to say who was the reborn artist, and I've gotten them for I'm tired, for about less than half of what they were new. And I know they're not the fakes. Everyone's like, oh, if it doesn't have a COA, it's a fake. No, it's not. Sometimes the kit didn't come with a COA, or people like me that buy them from the secondary market, the previous owner may have lost the COA or whatever. And I mean, it doesn't matter to me because they decrease in value so fast, and I don't really want to, I don't want to sell anyways. I did have to sell. I sold most of my Lee Middletons on that because Garfield had to go to the vet a while back, and I put that on my credit card, so I had to pay the credit card back, and I sold some of my Lee Middleton babies to pay for that and gave some away. So, now, new sculpts or old sculpts that you hope to acquire and add to your collection. I'm going to keep that a secret because some people will be like, oh, well, just because you want it, then I want it, and then it kind of puts it in demand again if it's an older one, and it puts the price up, so I'm going to keep that to myself. Do you see yourself adding new dolls and growing your collection? Or do you see yourself downsizing your collection? Or are you trying to maintain and care for what you currently have? You all know me, I'm probably going to add another baby to my collection, at least one. But I am working on saving up because the bigger babies that I want are usually more money. So I'm saving up, and right now, work is very slow, so myself and my coworkers haven't been getting as many hours. So, I need to be cautious, and, I can't go out and spend $400, $500 on a reborn right now because I need that money towards my rent and my bills and my food and that sort of thing. So, but I am saving a little bit at a time each paycheck, just in case. And I am also putting money aside so that Garfield can go to the vet and get his checkup and all that. So to me, that's more important than dolls. So yeah, whatever. What's next? Do you want to add a different kind of your doll to your collection? Such as a silicone, a Blythe doll, a Barbie, a Bratz, things like that. As I said, I do collect many different kinds of dolls, and since I have so many, like I said, I have about 110 reborns. I probably have about 500 or so porcelain dolls. I'm not really into Barbie and Bratz and that sort of doll. I mean, they're nice, it's just not for me. I really don't see myself adding any different kinds. I think I'll just stick to what I have. Like, I still want to collect Reborns and porcelains, and I like the Disney animators when I find them in thrift stores, and American Girls and things like that. But I pretty much stopped with the American Girls just because I prefer the Reborns, and my American Girls are put away because Garfield, any dolls like that with the, the synthetic hair, Garfield has been chewing their hair. So I'm like, what's the point of collecting anymore if I'm not going to be able to display them because my cat's going to eat their hair? That's the last thing I want, is for Garfield to eat the hair, and that's so bad for him. He could get really sick, and then he's also destroying my expensive dolls. So I think I'm done with American Girls and Journey Girls and that sort of thing. Unless I get lucky and find like an American Girl in the thrift store. I do have some Journey Girls that are all from thrift stores, but I've been leaving them behind now because I've been contemplating donating them or seeing if I can get $5 for them online. Just because, as I said, if I have to keep them in the closet away from Garfield, what's the point? And I think I paid like $10 a piece or something for them. So we'll see. Oh, and there also was one of the like dolls from your childhood. I do collect those sometimes when I see them, but for the most part, I do, but I don't. It depends on what it is, I guess. What sculpt surprised you this year, good or bad, and why? I really don't think any surprised me, and there's been nothing really good or bad. Oh, I guess there is one that kind of surprised me, is Maddie by Bonnie Brown. Now, I usually love all of Bonnie Brown's sculpts, and I do have a few of her sculpts in my collection, but Maddie, for some reason, maybe I just haven't found the right Maddie. I don't know, but I don't think she's for me. And one of the reasons is, like, she's so expensive, as Bonnie Brown babies usually are. And I think for the amount of money, there's another one that I would like better, so I'd rather put my money towards a different sculpt. And, I said that really surprised me because I usually love everything that Bonnie Brown makes. And I'm not saying it to be mean or insulting, like, we all have different tastes. And I don't know what it is about that Maddie doll that I like her, but, for the price is all I'm thinking. Is there's ones that I like better, I guess, that I'd rather spend my money, instead of saving up to get a Maddie, I'd like to save up and get a different sculpt, whatever that may be. And let me turn over my paper. Is there a forever baby or a dream baby in your collection or on your list? My dream baby list is always growing. There's some that are older sculpts that usually sell for a lot of money, but I won't give up hope. I really won't give up, because maybe someday I will get them. Now, my dream sculpts that I have in my collection that I thought I would never get are Walter by Laura Tuzio Ross. I actually have two. And Reborn Asher, Awake. I like the asleep one too, but I happen to have two Awake Ashers. And then Charlemagne by Bonnie Brown. I never thought I'd have her, and I have her in my collection. So, and also Angelina by Romy Stridham, and Cheyenne or Cian or whatever her name is by Romy Stridham. I never in a million years thought that I would have a Romy baby. They're just usually so much money, but I happened to, my Angelina one, I did a trade for, and I traded her some Patty Playpal dolls and a Patty Playpal Shirley Temple doll for the Reborn, and she didn't know what she had, but I told her, but she didn't care. She just wanted my Playpal dolls, which I was happy to let her have. And I told her, look, I just got these at the thrift store. I didn't pay very much. Oh, no, that's fine. She wanted them. So I went ahead and I traded with her. And my Cian, my friend had her in her collection and decided to sell her, and she sold her to me. So that was really awesome. And they're definitely forever keeper babies because I never thought I'd have them. I'll tell you one of my dream babies on my list that it comes to mind is Presley Awake Reborn. I've always wanted him, but I just never found one that I liked in my price range, or when it is in my price range, I just don't have the money to spend. You know, like right now, there was one I saw on eBay the other day, and it was a Presley, and I wanted him so bad, and he was a good price, I think like $200 or something, and he looked to be really good, but I'm like, $200 is a really good deal, but it was US money, and I'm in Canada, so right away there I have to do the exchange rate, and he probably would have been about, when all said and done, by the time I do the exchange rate, the shipping, possible customs fees, I could be looking at double the amount, like $400 to $450, which is still a good price for a Reborn, but I don't have that money right now, because as I said, my hours are kind of getting cut right now, because we're slow at work, but that'll change. I mean, we go through a slump until, we've been lucky actually because we've had a mild winter for the most part and not a lot of snow where I live. So, we've had a lot of more business than usual, so it's not bad. But the sales have slowed down. For those that don't know, I work at Little Caesars, and a lot of people kind of put me down for that, but I don't care. I was working before as a dishwasher and then a housekeeper, and they were just part-time, so I was on welfare and working part-time. But now I know that this is, it's going to be a slower winter, so I know to budget my money better. Like, okay, I need to save up and whatever and not be buying $500 Reborns, because I need that money for like my necessities, like my rent and my bills and my food. So yeah, that's dream babies and forever babies. They're actually all dream babies. Like, I never in a million years thought I'd have so many and so many of the sculpts that I wanted. And how has the hobby changed since you first entered? Well, what I've noticed is a lot more people are becoming aware of it, and then we're getting a lot more, to me it seems, of younger collectors, and I've noticed a lot more people that have mental illness such as anxiety, depression, PTSD, and things of that nature are using these dolls to help them cope with their illness. Now, I don't really remember that being a thing in the beginning of my Reborn collecting, or maybe I just wasn't aware of it, I don't know, but I found that more and more people are getting them to help with their mental health issues. I'm noticing more and more people that are using them to, like the reborns, to help them with child loss, like if they've had a miscarriage or a stillbirth or something like that, they are using reborns to help them cope with that. And the bad thing I've noticed, maybe it's because there's more people aware of the hobby, is a lot more scammers. And I think it's a lot more open now because we have like social media like Facebook, whereas and Twitter and Instagram and things like that. Whereas before it was mostly just we had our Yahoo groups and we had like forums like Doll Fan and stuff like that. And it really wasn't out there in the public as much. And now I think more and more people are becoming aware. And then they realize that these dolls are worth a lot of money, so they try and scam you. And they maybe realize that a lot of people have an emotional attachment to these dolls, and then perhaps they may be taking advantage of people that, they want a reborn to help them cope with, like, their mental illness. I don't know, but it seems to be a lot more scammers, and on Facebook, I'm in a lot of the scammer groups, so I can try and keep myself up to date with the scammers, but there's just honestly so many, and it seems that somebody's posting every day like I was scammed and blah blah blah, and it's really unfortunate. And I think that that's something that's changed a lot. And then a lot more role play, I think, has come about where people are role playing that their reborns are their real babies, and they're pretty much doing anything and everything that you would with a real baby with their reborn. And there really wasn't a lot of that when I first started. There were more people that seem like me, where it's just, we collect dolls, and these are just another type of doll we can collect. But as I said, now I'm seeing more and more role play. Maybe it's because now we have like YouTube and stuff where, you can make a video and be like, hey, I'm doing a day in the life of my reborn baby, and, I'm changing him, feeding him, all the role play things that you do with a real baby. So that's, I think, what has changed a lot. And, sorry, I'm really tired. I gotta go to bed. I have to work in the morning again. And I'm even working on my day off. It's just for 3 hours because my coworker, he has something to do in the morning. So he wanted me to come in for an hour. I'm like, no, make it 3 hours on my day off and you have a deal. So I'm working 10 till 1 for him. So, I mean, if you're going to make me come in on my day off and I'm going to be working 2 weeks straight with no day off, then you're darn right I want at least 3 hours. I'm like, I didn't want a long shift, but going in for like an hour, hour and a half isn't really worth my time. So 3 hours will be worth my time. That's what I think anyway. So your favorite video to make, favorite reborn video to watch or make. So I love watching like nursery tours, collection tours, and things like that. Not just of reborns, but of other types of dolls that I'm interested in. But the reborns are my favorite. I love that. And I love people that have big collections like I do, but I think that's a rare thing. I don't see a lot of people with a big collection, and if you have a big collection of reborns, I would love for you to do a tour of your collection, and I will do the same. I just gotta get cleaned up and stuff from Christmas and from hurting my back. I don't know what I did. And everyone's like, oh, did you injure your back at work? I'm like, I have no idea if it was something I did at work or if it was just something that, it just happened, or I injured myself at home. But I've been using a lot of that icy hot stuff, and that's been helping. But anyways, yeah, so my video is at a bit over 25 minutes, not bad. So again, if you know who this little guy is, please let me know. He has his hat. I don't know if he was supposed to come with an accessory, or I can't get his hat back on with one hand, but you get the idea. So cute. I couldn't leave him. So for those that ask what sculpt they are and what I name them, I guess I'll go through that, because there's a lady that she is subscribed to me, and she always likes me to do that. So we have Ellie Sue, and she's the Ellie Sue by Bonnie Brown. This is also an Ellie Sue, but I named her Ella Louise. We have Sabrina, she is Miracle by Laura Lee Eagles. We have Mirabelle, who is also Miracle by Laura Lee Eagles. We have Brinley, who is Bella by Andrea Arcello. We have Chase, who is Chase by Bonnie Brown. We have Felix, and he is Rue by, I think that's how you say the name, Rue by Cassie Brace, but I named him Felix. Here is Patrick, he is Miliana by Natalie Blick. This is Jordan, also Miliana by Natalie Blick. Landon, he is Ethan by Joanna Gomes. And we have Eddie, who is Edley by Elisa Marks. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day. And again, if you know who this little porcelain guy is, please let me know. And if you have a large collection of Reborns, I would love for you to do a tour, and I promise I will try and do that. Maybe I can do that now while my hours are a little bit less. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.